They asked me to identify JJ. They showed me some pictures of him deceased. They asked me if that was JJ, and I said, yeah.
A former relative of Lori Vallow Daybell was one of 3 witnesses to testify so far today in Chad Daybell's triple murder trial. Chad is accused of killing and conspiring to kill 2 of Lori's kids, JJ and Tylee, and his first wife, Tammy. Morgan Romero has been in the courtroom all morning. Where do we stand today, Morgan?
Brenda, Brandon Boudreau testified for most of the morning. He's the ex-husband of Lori Vallow Daybell's niece, Melanie Pulowski. Lori is also charged with conspiring to kill Brandon in Gilbert, Arizona in October of 2019. Brandon testified today that he grew worried about his wife, Melanie, once she started attending meetings with Lori outside church and became fixated on the end times. As law enforcement investigated his attempted murder, Brandon testified that he gave them emails he found from Chad Daybell to Melanie with info about spirits and his dark rating on their light and dark scale. He said his family was close to JJ, Tylee, Lori, and Lori's 4th husband, Charles Vallow, who's now dead. But that changed in early 2019 when things between Charles and Lori became messy. Brandon got choked up on the stand when the prosecutor asked him about JJ's playdates during that time.
Charles would come over and bring JJ to the house.
Yeah.
And what would JJ do at your house?
He would just come play with my son. He would, they play video games as long as he could keep his attention on it. Sometimes he just bounce from one thing to another and be all over the house.
Jurors also heard from the Gilbert, Arizona police detective who investigated Lori's brother Alex Cox for attempting to murder Brandon. The officer went over the timeline of when and why his investigation led to Idaho and then turned to the missing children. David Warwick was the first to take the stand this morning, continuing his testimony from yesterday. He and his wife were friends with Chad and Lori and visited Lori in Rexburg the weekend JJ was last seen. David testified that he thought Chad was quiet, meek, and humble until he told David's wife not to answer the phone when law enforcement called looking for the missing kids. After that, David said he felt Chad was manipulative. Court is expected to wrap up today at 3:30, as it is every day, so I will bring you all the latest on testimony and evidence presented in the courtroom today later on the news at 4. Brenda?
Looking forward to that. Well, thank you so much, Morgan. Of course, you can find all this information on our website as well at ktvb.com.